So we've reached the end of this COD's life cycle, man. It's sad. You know what they say, though? Save the best for last. And since Cold War is coming out, this might be the last top 5 for Modern Warfare, and I thought, you know what? I'll save my top 5 best classes for last. And one of the guns on this list is actually a weapon I used to think was trash up until it got a secret buff. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to mention it. We're going to keep that one a little secret. But guys, trust me, man, these classes are the ones throughout the year that I always went to in order to do good in the game. If there was try-hard, sweaty lobbies, these are the guns I would pull out and completely trash people. So guys, make sure you use these. These are the funnest guns in the game, the most overpowered, and people are going to complain, hey, this guy is still using that gun in October? Yeah, you are, bro. Yeah, you are. Let's get into it. This is the top 5 best guns in Modern Warfare. What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to another Modern Warfare video, man. We're going to be talking about my favorite guns throughout the whole entire year. If we could drop a like on this one in support of the top 5s, that would be truly appreciated. And let me know down in the comments below, throughout the whole entire year, what was the one gun you used the most? Apparently mine on the stat tracker is the MP5, so that's apparently my favorite gun. Let me know what yours is down in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here with those notifications turned on. Now, to start off the list, we have to go with the gun that every single person has loved since day one, and that is the M4A1. If you don't like the M4A1, I don't know what to tell you. It's literally one of the best guns in the entire game. It's not super overpowered. It's kind of balanced. No, it's actually broken. All right, let's talk about it, man. The first thing you want to run on the M4A1 is the barrel stock M16 Grenadier. Now, this gives you damage range, this gives you bullet velocity, and this gives you recoil control. That's so nice. Now, some people might be wondering why I'm not running the muzzle monolithic suppressor. In my opinion, it makes the gun a little too heavy, and the damage range you get from the stock M16 is pretty nice enough to fill itself out. Now, to go to the next attachment, I actually don't really use this often, but that is the Laser 5MW laser, and this gives you hip-fire accuracy, which is amazing, but the reason we want this is for the sprint to fire speed. It really does help this gun out a lot, and you're going to see why we need this on in just a moment. The next one is the underbarrel Merc foregrip. Has the best recoil control in the entire game, and you also get a second advantage towards hip-fire accuracy, which is super nice in my opinion. You already got 2 right there, so that's definitely worth it. After that is the ammunition .458 SOCOM 10 round mags. Now you might be saying, dude, why would you go for 10 round mags? Because this class only literally takes 2 bullets to end someone's career, so go ahead and use it. And for the last attachment, this is why we needed to run the 5MW laser for that sprint to fire speed, is going to be the rear grip rubberized grip tape, which gives you just recoil control, which you kind of need if you're running that magazine. Now, the reason we wanted that 5MW laser is because normally I run the stippled grip tape for sprint to fire speed, but because I put the rubberized on this class, we don't have it, but I didn't want to lose out on it, so I went for the 5MW. So that's the M4A1 class. Going on to the next class, we got to talk about my #1 weapon in the entire game, and like I mentioned earlier, that is the MP5. Now, the MP5 is a really dirty gun. You could do whatever you want to this gun, and it's still going to smack people, so trust me, any class you make isn't that bad for the MP5, but this is the one that I found was probably the best one throughout the year, especially if you're going for close range, long range, and mid range. This is the one that worked for me. So the muzzle is going to be the muzzle break. Mono muzzle brake. No, you could run the monolithic suppressor. It definitely does work on this gun, but for the sake of this one, I'm running the muzzle brake on it, and it's pretty nice. You get recoil stabilization, which I noticed helps out a lot when going for those longer shots, so make sure to use that. After that is going to be the laser tac laser. Obviously, you get aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and aim walking steadiness, which is really nice to have. Now, tac laser is my favorite one throughout the whole entire game. You guys know that, which is why the 5MW was kind of different for me. After this one here, we're going to go to the stock, and that's going to be the F-Tac collapsible. You want that movement speed, and you want that ADS speed. Now, you are losing some recoil control, which is kind of why I put on the muzzle brake for this one right here. After that, we're going to go to the underbarrel Merc foregrip, and this, again, is for that recoil control. It's for that hip-fire accuracy. It works out really nice. It does this gun some dirty stuff, so make sure you guys go ahead and put that on as well. And the last attachment, throughout the whole year, I always said I wish you had more, but we're gonna run the 45 round mags. That's the most you can throw onto this gun. I kind of wish we had like 60 or something like that, but 45 is pretty nice on this one. You're still gonna get a bunch of kills before needing to reload, so definitely run that. Now, going on to another weapon on this list. Again, this is probably it's in my top 3 for sure for most used weapons, and that is the MP7. Now, the MP7 is really nice. There's actually the Efflux variant right now in the store that you could buy that is very similar to this class right here, and this is a class I've given you guys a lot in the past, and it's one that works out really nice. So the muzzle you want to run is the monolithic suppressor for that sound suppression and that damage range. If you get the efflux one, everything is pretty much the same, except there's two things that are changed on this class. The barrel is going to be the FSS Recon, which gives you damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. So you already know this MP7 is going to be accurate and strong at a distance, so make sure you guys are using this if you don't want to use like ARs and stuff like that. After that, we need the underbarrel Merc foregrip just to give us that hipfire accuracy up close and that recoil control for those further shots. You don't have to worry about it. This gun is a laser. It's going to do good. Now, this is where I changed it up a little bit from the variant. The variant comes with the 50 round mags, but I decided, you know what, we're going to go ahead and run the 60 round mags on this one instead. I just feel like it does better, it does nicer, and it's pretty cool to run because it's 10 extra bullets. I mean, that's why it's cool. Now, the other one as well, they gave us in the E-Flox variant the no stock attachment, but instead of running that, I didn't want to really use that too much, so I went for the rear grip stippled grip tape to get that ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. Really nice to have on this gun, and it does the job pretty dirty. Now, going on to the next weapon on this list, before moving to the #1 gun, my new favorite gun in the game, this is actually going to be an LMG. It's not an SMG, it's not an AR, but it's actually a gun that I think is very fun to use, and not only is it fun to use, it's actually really accurate and really reliable if you guys want to run it as well, and that is going to be, well, I'm just going to call it the chainsaw, but it's the Finn LMG. Now, the reason I'm calling it the chainsaw is because the stock we're running on this one is the XRK chainsaw, so this gives you the hip fire accuracy, it gives you movement speed, and it gives you sprint to fire speed. It's really nice to have on this gun right here, and the Finn LMG, even if you don't run this, it's still a really good gun. The muzzle is going to be the monolithic suppressor, which gives you sound suppression and damage range, so it's really good to have at further distances, and this gun is crazy. Like, even in Warzone, this gun is going to smack people, so make sure you're running it. The barrel is going to be the FTAC VC8 Harrier Adverse, so this is pretty cool. It's different from the actual Harrier, which just gives you aim down sight speed. This is the Adverse one, so it gives you aim down sight speed, but it also gives you fire rate, so you're literally shooting this gun so fast, hip fire only, which means you can start shooting before the enemy does, and you're going to be very accurate. So it's really, really weird to have it, but it does work. Now, the laser is going to be the TAC laser for that aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and aim walking steadiness, because even when you are hip firing, you're technically aiming down sights with this weapon, so this does help you out a lot better, especially when you're going and you're just shooting and moving and stuff like that. It works, man. This is nice. And the last attachment for this one is going to be the perk sleight of hand, just so you can reload the gun a lot quicker. Now, it might be weird, it might sound awkward, but trust me, not only is this gun fun, it's actually really, really reliable and really good. Now, the last weapon on this list is a weapon that I told you guys sucked when it first came out. I told you guys it was awful, it's the ISO, and I told you guys I don't like it. And then I played around with it more. I realized they gave this gun a buff. They didn't mention the buff or anything, but I realized they did buff this gun like crazy, because right now, even at long distance, this gun is my go-to SMG. I used to say the MP5 was, but I've changed my mind completely, and I've been using this gun ever since. Actually, since like last week about, and it's really, really good. So the barrel is going to be the FSS Revolution. This gives you damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, so it's really nice to have that. The optic, I feel like this gun needs an optic, so I went with the GI Mini Reflex, and the reason for that, it's the smallest optic in the game. You aim down sights pretty fast, even though it does take away some ADS speed, and it's just really not bad to look at, so definitely go ahead and run that. The stock is going to be the FTAC Vagrant, so this one's really nice. You get that ADS speed that you just lost from putting on the optic, and that's the reason why I went ahead and threw it onto this gun right here. The underbarrel is going to be the Merc foregrip for that recoil control and that hip fire accuracy, because it does have quite a little bit of recoil, so you want to make sure you control that, because the fire rate on this gun is pretty fast, so make sure you guys control that. And the hip fire accuracy really does help you in case you're running around a corner and there's an enemy right there. You can start shooting at him before you even aim down sights, and it does the job pretty nicely as well. Now, the last attachment for this weapon is the ammunition 50 round drums. This gives you more ammo. It's really good, and it's really not that big on an SMG. You don't have to waste time reloading. It still reloads very fast, and this honestly is my favorite SMG in the game right now. It took long. We're only at the last 3 weeks of the game, which kind of sucks. I wish I had more time with it, but it's literally my favorite SMG. Let me know what your best weapon is down in the comments below. Like I asked you guys earlier, drop a like on this video. It truly means a lot if you guys support the top 5 series. I'm gonna bring it back for Cold War, obviously, show you guys the top 5 guns in there as well, the top 5 class setups, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here with those notifications turned on so you can catch all the future videos and whatnot. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Use the ISO, trust me, it's really, really, really good.